We were in Costco yesterday, and they had a sale on some pork butts. So I grabbed a couple, and I'm going to be grinding some up. And I figured I'd do a update on this grinding attachment that was sent to me by that Amzchef a couple years ago. So they had these boneless shoulder butts on sale for $5 off a package of 2. So I picked one up. We wanted one for the freezer for the grill. And then I also wanted to grind one up. Now, we like to grind up pork for sausage and meatloafs and stuff like that. And originally I had started grinding up the loins, but they can come out dry sometimes when you make sausage out of them and stuff. So I started using the butts, and here I've got one I'm going to freeze. So I'm using the old Seal Meal or Food Saver vacuum bags because I've got a ton of them left. But I wanted to see how big an item I could get in this Vevor vacuum chamber sealer. And I will tell you that pork butt just barely fit in there. But pretty amazing that it did fit. I'm really happy. And I run this through the 30-second cycle. And I tell you what, this is an amazing machine. Everything we've done in there so far has come out perfect. And there you can see another perfect thing ready for the freezer. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this butt up into chunks that will fit into the actual grinder tube there. I'm just going to, slice it up, and you can see there's some nice mixture of fat in there. And we find out that, it's probably about 20% mixture. And we find out that this works really good, especially when you're going to make sausage out of it. Just a little bit of trim into the any of that pork rind that's left on there. I take off because you don't want to grind that. But, basically the trimming, there's really no waste on these butts. Very little when you get the boneless ones, and they're really easy to trim up like this. And there it is, just a little bit of the rind that's wasted. So I threw the attachment on the my wife's stand mixer there, the KitchenAid mixer, and we've done a whole lot of grinding and attachment. We've had no problems with it. So I just wanted to take a couple minutes while I'm grinding up some pork and show you how we grind it up and freeze it. And just let you see that this thing's still working perfect. Now I'm using the 8mm, the larger grinding hole size plate on the front of it, you can see. So this is quite a coarse grind. And what I do is I grind it once, and then I'm going to take the cutter out there and just make sure there's no grizzle or anything in there blocking it. See, it looks pretty good. There's really no problems in there, but sometimes you get a couple pieces of string or something that get in there and block it, and make the second grind goes a lot easier if you remove that. So I just checked it out, and I'm going to just wipe that plate off there and put it back in, and I'm going to regrind this mixture a second time with this coarse blade on it. Well, the 8mm plate on it, you can see. It's really easy to take apart, really easy to clean, and okay, so there it is. And what happens when I do the second grinding, it seems to mix all the fat in better. It kind of, gives it like an even distribution throughout the meat. So, you really don't have to grind it a second time, but I just like to do it. And whatever you do, don't use the finer grinding plates because it'll just come out mush. So it only takes a couple minutes, and then cleanup on this thing's really easy. You see, just pull it out. So, really it's been a great attachment, and I just thought, while I'm at it, I'll just do a quick update here and just show you how we grind up our pork. And this will be used in meatloaf mixes. We mix it with beef, and it will also be seasoned up and turned into sausage when it's defrosted. So we can go either way with this. And just have to put the cap back in there, and that's the cleanup. It's really a simple thing to use, and works good. So what I'm going to do is just package this in 1 pound bags. So I got the scale zeroed out there with a plate on it. And get them down to 1 pound bags. It turned out that I had 6 pounds 4 ounces here. So I had to go back and just put a little pinch in each of the 1 pound bags to even them all out. And again, I got that cup to keep the bag clean. And these are the old Food Saver bags. And I've got thousands of them that I bought, so I've been using them too. And this machine, well, the vacuum machine works good with them too. You just have to turn the time for seal up to 2.2 seconds. So let's get these bags all filled up here and ready to go. Doesn't take very long. And there they are, and you can see they are the quilted bags on one side, which you don't need with this machine, but I'm just using them because I bought a bunch of them. And after the butt, I've got to put that little plate back in to raise them up. So there we go. This is another great machine. We've had zero problems with it. It's been a real great addition. The meat seems to stay better when you use the chamber sealer. It kind of pushes the blood into it. It doesn't pull it out like the other one does. So I'm really happy with it. And I'll throw a link to this down below too, because I think it's really one of the best buys out there. I mean, the price from inflation has been going up lately, but it still seems to be a really good buy and work really good. So this is the full 30-second time that I use on pretty much everything. And again, there you go. Another perfect seal, perfect bag. So I'll just finish up the other 5 of them now. And there you can see it's really easy to use once you get it set up, and everything goes in the freezer and stays better, and just put some date on it and stuff like that. So I just figured I'd do a quick update, and actually we had just finished up our last batch of pork and meatloaf that we just made, so it was good timing, and we needed to get a little bit more in the freezer. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.